Going in to fill in my pores, first with the pore filler. You can use any kind that you have. And then going in with my face primer all over the face and neck. Since I didn't get a drugstore eye primer, I used my drugstore brand of the concealer, which is also good to use as well. And then I set it with shade number 1 from the Lovatics by Demi NYC palette. Going in shade number 5 with my blending brush. I'm going to start with my first transition shade. After that first swipe, I quickly realized that I did not have to dip in for very much product. Using shade number 10. Going to deepen that up just a tad. Again, I have very little product on my brush. So make sure to blend, blend, blend. I'm putting that right underneath the first shade. Then with shade number 8, I'm going to dark it up even more. And blend that out. I check my eyes a lot because my eyes are hooded. I have to be careful to make sure that I get the shape and open them up as much as I can. Shade number 4 over the lid. And then I decide to brighten it up a little bit with shade number 2 in the inner corner and fade it out into the shade number 4. And I also use this for my brow bone to highlight. Now this foundation actually kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay foundation because it's not full coverage, but it's a decent amount of coverage. Felt very light on my face. And then I went in with the Ulta full coverage concealer, and I use my fingers to blend it out. Sometimes I prefer this method over using the sponge brush or beauty blender, which is also a sponge, but it's a more popular sponge. I'm going to set my face with the CoverGirl translucent powder. And with the L'Oreal bronzer, the one I got on clearance for less than $4. I was really excited about that. Now this blush did not perform as well as I hoped. Maybe it was just too pale. It was also very powdery. And with the e.l.f. highlight from the contour palette that I forgot that I got, so I'll have to try that out still. Now this LA Girl liquid eyeliner, it is very, very wet. So it takes a little bit longer for it to dry. So be very careful with it. Sorry for having the e.l.f. palette in the way, but this liner was a little bit harder to control compared to what I'm used to. Using the Wet n Wild brush end of the eyebrow pencil, and then going to fill in my brow. I went with a little bit of a darker shade than normal because I realized I didn't have a darker shade for when I needed it for competitions to make my eyebrows a little bit more prominent while on stage. For a drugstore mascara, I was actually pretty impressed by this. I'm very picky about mascaras, but I actually did enjoy this. I've wasted a lot of money on drugstore mascara, and that's why I usually don't buy it, because $8 or so per mascara adds up, and if you have 3 crappy mascaras, you know, you could have just spent $21 on a high-end mascara that you know performs really well. And finishing off with the CoverGirl lipstick. I actually really enjoyed this color. Very, very pretty. And I'm going to set my brow with the clear gel from Ulta. I have very unruly eyebrows. I get pretty angry sometimes. And there you have it! My finished look. Hope you enjoy. Have an amazing day.